welcome back to the Dirty Water Coins and Collectibles channel. Tonight we have a penny hunt. This is one of my boxes from early 2024. So like January, February-ish. This box I'm hoping is good for copper. We got a lot of darker scents. I do have a wheat here, and I believe a wheat there. Well, maybe not. If that's a 59, I'm not sure. But it's a San Francisco mint mark. So we have a lot of cool looking coins. I like this one right here. Nice red, like toned. But we're going to be going through this looking for flying eagles. Should probably never happen. Indian heads, wheat cents, steel cents, proofs, errors, varieties. What's this one here? Is that a wheatie? That's a possible wheatie right there too. 50 something. So let's get into this hunt. I'm going to do 10 rolls at a time, and I will bring you in with the finds. If I come across something really cool, I'll bring you in for it. Otherwise, we'll do 10 roll wrap-ups like we typically do. All right, let's get into it, and I'll be right back. All right, those first 10 rolls were awesome. Nothing crazy to bring you in for, but we had a 1945 Canadian KG. We have a 72 and a 1980. Bunch of wheat cents. We have a 1951 Denver, 52 Philly, a 55 Philly, two 1956 Denvers, and a 57. We had one 1944 Philly, and we have a 1917. Not in terrible shape. I did check for the DDO, but I did not have it. Down here, I'll shut the lights off of these. We have a 64 and a 63. I found the 64 first, so that's why it's first here. And if I come up to trust, I have what appears to be a retained lamination. Maybe just like an extra piece of metal, but right where the word trust is, I'll see if I can get it to show afterwards, is actually raised, kind of like a clamshell. So that's not a cud. I believe that's a lamination error. And then the 63D right here is also a lamination error. As you can see, all these cracks here. Right there is lifted. And then out here are all cracks too. So a couple of lamination issues. See if I put this one on the side, if we can get it to show a little bit. There you go, you can kind of see it right there. It's raised off the coin right there. That's the 63 Denver. I don't know if I can do the same for the 64. Not really. I don't trust. No, I can't get the same angle on it. But I believe we have two laminations. So that's pretty cool. Let me get into the next 10 rolls. See what else we can find. So out of 10 rolls, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wheat cents. So not a bad average right there so far. Let's keep it going. We'll be back with the next finds. All right, so just to show you the 10 rolls here, we have these up here. I forgot to show you what I had for copper. Again, I don't know what the cup weighs, but So 352.6 grams. Take like, I don't know, 1.3 grams off or something for the cup. All right. So not bad in terms of copper either for 10 rolls. Let's keep her going. All right, I'm working on the third roll of the second group of 10. Right here, I have a 1982. It has definitely seen better days. If we put it under the scope, I have the 1982. I think that's considered the large date. I always get them confused. But if we come up to In God, let's see if I can darken this a little bit. You can see we've got doubling in the G, the O, the D, the W, E, T, R, U, S, T. So we have a 1982 DDO. Let me look into this and see which one we have here. I'll be right back. All right, so I just checked doubledie.com, aka Wexler's, and this is 1982, and this is an FS-101 variety. I have found another one of these, and both of them are not in great condition, but still an awesome find. I will try a little bit of acetone on this just to see if I can get some of the grime off of it. There we have it. It's a pretty sweet find. 1982 FS-101. All right. Let's keep her going. All right, the second group of 10 gave us some sort of bingo chip. I don't know what this is. Some clear plastic junk. We had two Canadians, a 1985 and a 2001. I had one 50s wheat cent, 1953 Denver. Three 40s, I had a 41, no double die, and two 1946s. We did get a 1970D with a counter stamp of, I believe, West Virginia. That's pretty cool. I like that. It must have been done probably within the past few years because you can see the copper color, and then the rest of the coin is kind of toned. So that's neat. And then the find so far of the hunt is the 1982 FS-101. Doubling in trust, and doubling in we, and God, that's pretty neat. I like that. Let's get into the next 10 rolls. I'll bring you back with the finds. I always forget to do the weighing. So we'll throw the cup on. And we've got 325.3 for those 10 rolls. Copper in the cup. 325.3. Let's keep her going. And there we go. The cup weighs 13.2 grams. Empty. All right. All right, just tore the paper off. The first roll for group 3, and it looks like we have a dime. We have a 2007. Dime on the board. All right, let's keep her going. All right, I just tore open the second roll, and we got another dime. Almost in the same spot, too. There's a weedy right there. We've got a 2000. Here's our other one. All right, let me keep it going. Let's just take a look at the weedy while we're here. 1941. Let's just check it for doubling again while we're here. Nothing there. Nada. All right, let's keep her going. All right, the third roll unwrapped, and we've got another dime. See if it's another 2000s dime. $2019. It's newer, but it looks worse than I think both. All right. Let's keep it going. All right, roll 4, you guessed it. Another dime. 40 cents. Or actually, I don't know, is it 36? Take out 4 cents. 1997 Denver. All right, let's keep it going. All right, I'm working on the 7th roll of the third group, and I have a 2000 under the scope. I'll take a quick peek at the coin itself. Actually in pretty decent condition. If I flip her over, we've got a wide AM. So the spacing between the E and the M here are pretty much the same as the spacing between the A and the M. We have some staining. Looks like a die chip. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever found one with a die chip on it. Some staining, not terrible. So we have a wide AM. Sweet. Let's keep her going. Look at this. Group number 3 was another awesome 10 rolls hunted. Got a bunch of finds. Starting with the Canadians, we have a 1965, a 72, 73, 77, 81, and an 82. We did come across that cool looking ender. I will not be keeping this one because of the ring of death. But it was a nice looking coin, but that's going to go back in the bucket. There it is. For our wheats, we have a 51, 55, 56 Denver, 57, and a 58 Denver. We have a 1941, no doubling. We have a 1937, nothing going on with that one. And we had another 1917, nothing going on with that one. I had one decent condition, 2009. We have a 2011. I don't think I'm keeping this one, but you guys tell me what you think. I didn't look it up. Let me pull back out of here and shut this light off. So if you see that 0, the 0 is kind of northwest and southeast, and then notching down here and notching down here. So I believe this is a DDO. And the thing is, I don't come across 2011 DDOs often at all. But this one is just kind of trashed. So I don't think I'm going to be keeping that one. I think that's going to go back. Yeah, going back. And then here, I have a 1960D with what appears to be a RPM, which I will have to look up. I haven't done that yet. So we have splitting right up in here and right down in there. 1960 large date, RPM. So that's sweet. And then the find of this group was our 2000 wide AM. So that was a great 10 roll hunt there. Let's get into the next 10. I'll bring you in if I come across something cool. And again, I forgot to weigh the cup. This one had a good amount of copper in it. 417.8. 417.8. All right, let's get into the next 10. Just unwrapped the 7th roll for group number 4, and we are back on the dimes. Let's see. What do we have? 2007. All right, I'll be right back. All right, group 4 wasn't as eventful, but we still got out of it with some finds. We have another bingo chip. We have another dime, 2007 Philly. We have a 1957 Denver wheat cent, a 44 Philly wheat cent, 44 San Francisco wheat cent, a 49 Philly wheatie, a 27 Philly wheatie. Now that gives us all decades of the wheat cents except for 09. So I'd have 50s, 40s, 30s, 20s, and teens out of this box. Who knows? I got 10 more rolls left. Maybe we'll come out of it with an 09. So I do have this time around. I have the scale out. Let's see what we have. 362.2. Not bad. Copper on the board. 10 more rolls. I'll see you back here in a second. All right, that final group of 5 was amazing. A ton of finds. So up top here we have some Canadians. I have a 1945, another KG6, a 52 KG6, a 64 Younghead, an 84, and a 2006. For the wheats, I have a 1950 Philly, a 1950 San Francisco, 51 Philly. This one is destroyed, but also a 51 Philly, a 52 Philly, 52 Denver, a decent 57 Denver, and a secondary 57 Denver. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the 50s. And we have a 45 Philly, a 46 Philly, and a 48 Philly. And down here, I have a 1983. Let me shut the light off here. I have a 1983. I won't be keeping this one, but I just wanted to bring you in to show you. I have a die crack that comes from the rim down through E pluribus unum. I have a die crack that runs from the rim up into the memorial building. See that right there. A die crack that runs possibly from the rim, but I think it starts from the E right through the C to the other E. Comes from the N to the O there. don't see anything there. A little bit from the eye to the memorial building. So that one's pretty cool. We got a bunch of die cracks on that. This one right here is awesome. So I have a 1944 rim clip right there. And here's the Blakesley effect right there. Right here. And the clip is right here. If I flip her over, we have like a grease strike. The O is pretty much missing. Partial E pluribus is missing. Some of unum is missing. But then we have our clip right there. And we come back up this way and we have the Blakesley effect right there. And if I do put it on its edge, you can see the clip right there. So we have that, which is awesome. And then the toner here. I can't really see it all that well. But a cool 71 toner. I just be keeping that with the copper, but the color on it is pretty nice. Not great. You can't see it all that well, but get some purples and orange tones in there. Maybe it's better with the light on, I don't know. Where are we? Yeah, right there. So that's pretty sweet. Let me let me get the best finds put together and tally up all the wheat cents. Let's not forget about all the dimes that we got. 5 dimes. Let me do that. Let me tally up our Wheaties and get the best finds together. I'll be right back. All right, so out of that box of pennies, our better Canadian finds, I had 3 KGs, KG6s. We had our 50s, so I got groups of 5, 10, 15, 20, plus 1. And then our 40s, 5, 10, 11, that's what, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, that's not right. I think I got like 40 something. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 38, 39, 40. And then I have the rim clip, which is 41 wheat cents. 41 Wheaties. We have our laminations, 63D and a 64D. We have our counter stamp, 109, that was in really nice condition. We have our 2000 wide AM. And we have our 1982 FS-101. So that was an incredible hunt. One box yielded nearly a wheat cent per roll. We have 41 Wheaties and just some other cool finds. Well, I will take that all day long. Let's get this weighed up. Let's see what we have here. And what do I have? 346.9. I don't know if you can make that out. I know it doesn't really show up all that well all the time. So 346.9. And there we have it. That's our hunt. I hope you enjoyed it. That was a really, really good hunt. There was a lot of finds. If you enjoyed it, please consider a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Hit that notification bell. As always, I'll see you on the next one.